This morning, we're talking with political analyst Matt Dickinson of Middlebury College, who listened closely to Scott's fifth State of the State. Professor Matt Dickinson, Middlebury College, welcome back to NBC5 In Depth.
It's great to be with you, Stuart.
Great to have you. You listened to the State of the State from Montpelier. Was there a line that stood out to you?
A couple of lines. One was his plea not to let election year issues interfere with what he sees as a golden opportunity if Democrats and the governor can work together to spend this surplus of money. That struck me as perhaps far-fetched, but optimistic. The second thing was the hint of tax reform. And we have to see what the details are in his budget message, but that strikes me as a potential point of contention.
He really pushed the need to expand the workforce to get older people back into the workforce, attract more folks here, and the notion that we have to remove the stigma from the trades, from career technical education. Said an electrician is as valuable to our state as a person with a degree from Harvard.
For far too long, we haven't done enough to point students towards these great opportunities to build a real future for themselves. It's time we end the stigma around CTE, because the fact is, many of the smartest, most successful people I know are in the trades. So let's all recognize that it's just as important, valuable, and impressive to become an electrician, welder, or EMT as it is to go to Stanford, Dartmouth, or Harvard.
That had to sting a little bit.
Well, it's a theme that he has before, and governors before him have pointed out. Governor Douglas was a huge proponent of making policies that will keep our workforce here. We have a problem, a generational problem. I haven't heard it put in specifically the terms of specific vocational education. I think that was somewhat new and unusual. And yet he did tie it together with broader concerns about a class of Vermonters that just can't afford to live here anymore, whether it's paying for education or housing, or just having high-paying jobs. So it did fit together to his broader theme.
You can expect proposals on my end to be geared towards workforce, because whether it's training and recruitment, childcare, tax policy, housing, healthcare, infrastructure, or climate change, we must reverse our workforce trends. And just so we're clear, for any legislation to have my support, it cannot make this problem worse. If we look at everything through this lens, if we have the discipline to stay focused and don't get distracted by the antics of an election year, I have no doubt we can succeed far beyond the incremental steps of a typical session and make significant, lasting, transformative leaps forward.
Critics noted how little time he spent, discussing, rehashing the COVID crisis and how he would take the state forward.
Yeah, I think in contrast to 2 years ago when this was a strong point, the Vermont's handling, I think it has become a more controversial issue. And I don't think he saw a lot of positives by stressing what now has become a divisive concern, for instance, the mask mandate. I think he wants to move on and emphasize those areas where he sees the possibility of cooperation.
Does this seem, as you heard him say, that we are sort of at a historic moment, thanks to the what could be $13 billion in federal money when the infrastructure money flows in, that we just can't afford, the political squabbles? I mean, he really emphasized that.
He did, and with good reason, although he's walking a very fine line here, because on the one hand, he listed a laundry list of programs that he would like to see funded, and yet he clearly is not, as a Republican, interested in institutionalizing a bigger budget. So he's trying to focus on the immediate opportunity without committing to spending down the road. Of course, the devil is in the details, and we'll have to see what his specific budget requests are. And then we'll get a better sense of how Democrats are going to react.
Matt Dickinson, political science professor and analyst at Middlebury College. Thanks for being with us once again here on NBC5 In Depth.
Thank you, Stuart.
Democratic leaders at the State House said there is much with which they agree with Governor Scott. They hold huge majorities in the House and Senate. They'll be back to hear Scott's budget address in 2 weeks.